Hey, welcome back to Crux HQ. We've got a slightly different kind of video for you today. What I'm going to be covering is what is in this bag. And what is in this bag is a small cylinder. And inside the cylinder is the smallest jigsaw I've ever come across. So this is from Lazels Puzzles. This little cylinder, it's not even full, contains a 233 piece jigsaw. And these are handmade from aluminium. It also comes with a couple of other pieces in this bag. So we've got a roll mat to assemble it on. You can see the kind of final size is not going to be that big. A cleaning cloth and a pair of tweezers. You need the pair of tweezers because let me just show you one of these pieces. So it's absolutely minuscule. I've never seen a puzzle this small. I'm pretty sure if you looked, there's going to be puzzles that are absolutely tiny. Someone's going to have made them really infinitesimally small, but this one is definitely the smallest that I've ever come across. So I was kindly sent a couple of these designs. This is the latest one. This is called Joust. It's got 233 pieces. It was only ever sold for 1 hour in a 1 hour window, and it's not going to be remade. But join me for a little while. I'm going to grab a coffee and I'm going to see if I can put this puzzle together. So I've tipped all the pieces out and I've actually found there's all these shaped pieces. So these I know are called whimsies in some styles of puzzles, or custom shaped pieces. So we've even got like a griffin here. Don't know if you can see that. But what I'm going to start with is sort all the puzzles into the edges and try and get them all the right way around, and then we'll get into trying to actually put it together. But I think first impressions is this is going to be one tough jigsaw. Okay, so puzzle pieces sorted. That took a little while, but I've managed to sort them all. I'm no Karen puzzles, so I'm not sure the best way to do this. I've gone with my standard technique, which is all the straight edge pieces. I have managed to find 4 corner pieces, and then there's lots of these custom cut shaped pieces. So I've got a section of those, and then there seems to be lots of these, I call them triangular shaped pieces like this. So that seems to be the majority of the pieces of that shape, and then the actual like standard pieces that I know from a jigsaw, like this kind of piece, there's not very many of those. I thought that'd come off. I'm terrified of losing these pieces, but hopefully if I keep it all up here, it's all going to be good. So let's try and get the edges put together now and see if we can assemble the outer frame of the puzzle. Finally, really nearly done the outline here. The jigsaw is not going to be massive. I reckon we're talking about 5 centimeters by 15 centimeters or so once this is actually completed. But so far, it's taken quite a long time. This has been really tricky. There's 3 colors involved, so we're looking at blue, silver, and gold. So thankfully there's 3. If there was 2, I think it would be even harder. But it has been quite a lot of fun putting it together with the tweezers. I wasn't sure about it at first, but having played around with it now for a little while, it's been pretty fun to put the pieces in together, and when they do click together, they fit so nicely. It's really pleasant experience putting this one together. I'm now down to the last few pieces on this edge, so I think hopefully it's going to go fairly easily together at this point. There we go, so outline is done. I reckon that was about an hour just to get the outline done. Now we've got all these pieces to fit in the middle. We've got these crosses and the custom pieces, and also there's a lot of these triangular pieces, but I'm not sure with the design of them. It looks like the crosses possibly going to fit inside them, all the custom pieces. So it's going to be interesting to get onto that, but I'm going to take a little break, get another coffee, come back and see if we can start to fit in the middle of it. So I've been at this a while, and luckily what I discovered was, luckily or not, we've got these cross pieces and they've all got the different design on the outside of them. So this one here looks a little bit like a maybe an M or something like that, and then there's the pieces that those fit into. So I've just been trying to find all the pieces that those fit into and slotting those together and create, basically essentially what I'm creating is larger pieces for myself to then attempt to solve the actual puzzle itself. So this seems to be a pretty good way of piecing together 5 pieces at a time to create these other pieces, and I've started to fit some into the jigsaw. But the more I play with this, the more I feel like it reminds me of that game Operation a little bit, but also I feel like I'm kind of dealing in diamonds or doing some very intricate work, and it's really satisfying, although my neck is starting to get a little bit sore. And a second ago I looked at my phone and everything just seemed absolutely enormous. I'm so used to staring at these tiny pieces that it's making everything seem absolutely massive. But I feel like I'm definitely making progress. This doesn't even feel as hard as the outer edge of the jigsaw so far, but I'm going to see how I get on with this, and once we've got all these completed, I'll see if I can start to fit them into the actual middle of it. So, getting on pretty well. I discovered these circle bits here. These seem to fit along the top and the bottom of the puzzle. So there's a row of them along the bottom, a row along the top, and once those are fitted in, then fitting a couple of pieces that just bulk it out around the outside seems to go pretty well. There are these central bits that I don't think these pieces are going to fit into. I think that's going to be where we finally get to use the whimsies. So these pieces here. And that seems like it's going to be a little bit trickier, so I'm just working on these outside bits at the moment, but around about 2.5, 3 hours so far, but it's so enjoyable, it's really relaxing to sit here and do this. Let's carry on, see if we can get this outer bit built. So we're getting really close now. This seems to be the last few pieces before we get to the whimsies. And doing the central bit certainly hasn't been as difficult as the outside. It's a lot easier now. We've only got a few pieces left and it seems to be going a bit faster. So only like 6 pieces left now. Okay, here we go. So, onto the final few pieces, the whimsies now to go in. Last piece of all, this one to fit in over here. And there we go, what a puzzle. So I just want to say a huge thank you to the Clydes who are behind the Lazels. It's a husband and wife team, and this was just incredible to put together. I really enjoyed this one. I do have another one, so if you want to see that one, leave a comment down below and we can maybe have a look at that one in a future video. These are not available to buy, so these are only made once and then never sold again. So this was the Joust 233. If you do want to pick up a Lazels puzzle though, I'll leave a link down below. Head over to their website, sign up for the notifications. They'll drop you a mysterious text message when the next one is ready. You've then got 1 hour to jump on it and get that ordered up if you do want to get hold of one of these for yourself. This though was definitely a bit of a different video. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I hope you did too, and we'll see you in the next one.